Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Then this article that I have two articles. I picked them because they show propaganda and they show contradiction on the statements. These two articles coming, both of them from Ukrainian sources. So they are both on the same side. So you would expect that you would use the same propaganda. But the problem is that they report on the same issue from a different angle, but they contradict one another. So one of them must be lying. They can't be both, or not necessarily the articles, but the people involved in the articles reported by this Ukrainian media outlet. You're going to realize very quickly what I mean after I read the titles. So one article, so both articles come from November 8th. Remember, the same day. One of these articles came at 5:36 a.m. So in the morning, 5:36 a.m. The other one, in the same date, came at 7:52 a.m. So 2 hours late. But a.m. over there, a.m. not here. Why? Because these are Ukrainska Pravda and the other one is the New Voice of Ukraine. So when the time over there was 5:36, okay, and or 7:52, nothing happened politically that day. That means nobody could come before 7 o'clock, 7:50 a.m. and make statements. So these guys immediately write the article. What I'm trying to say is that both articles had the information from the 7th or the 6th. No, all right, let me read you the first one. The first article, the earlier one, at 5:36 a.m. on the 8th, says something that happened the day before, because it's early in the morning. And it says Russia opposes peace talks and continues to escalate war in Ukraine, says U.S. official. When over there was 5 o'clock, United States probably was on the East Coast, was about 9 p.m., 11 p.m. or something, or 10 p.m. So that they got the information from the day, okay? So it didn't happen then. It happened the day before. So it says the Russian opposes peace talks and continues to escalate war in Ukraine, U.S. official. Now we go to the other article, and this is the title. No conditions. Russian Foreign Ministry wants Ukraine to show goodwill and negotiate. So the one says that Russia has no conditions for negotiations. They are ready. Just let's go and negotiate. And the other one has the American official saying Russia opposes peace talks, doesn't want to talk. Now who's lying? Who's lying? One of these guys lie. I mean, at least the Russians come and say, foreign ministry comes and say, man, no conditions. I would just want a goodwill from the Ukrainians to come and negotiate in goodwill, and we're ready. And the other one says, no, the Russians don't want to negotiate. Didn't they just say that? I mean, maybe they don't want to say that. I mean, I can say whatever, but then I do something else. That's also true. But what's going on here? Let's start with the New Voice of Ukraine, the one with Russia opposes peace talks and continues to escalate war. Well, don't you escalate war by providing weapons? The U.S. official? Is that a de-escalation or escalation? Well, you want to win, so do the Russians. If they don't fight, they're going to lose, and you're going to really screw them up. So why would they not fight, continue to fight? So you can have another Nuremberg trial for them? No, thank you. I don't think they want that. At least maybe these guys got the lesson. And I'm quoting, we believe is something that's not based on evidence and facts. It's usually some illogical conclusion that you have. Not illogical, but not based on evidence. The word believe, if you look at it. As do the Ukrainians in a just peace. Oh. A just peace that respects the UN Charter's principles of territorial integrity and sovereignty. Remember the word sovereignty. That would safeguard Ukraine's ability to defend itself in the future, that would ensure Ukraine's recovery, its reconstruction, and would provide for accountability for Russian assault on Ukraine and its Commission of War Crimes, Price said, the US official. Okay, he starts this from the middle of the chronology. All right, so this is the timeline. He starts right here. He says about Russia invaded, Russia committed, Russia is doing this, Russia it's blah, 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 blah. Okay, but this is this. If you want a just peace, then you have to discuss the whole thing. So why don't you go a little bit back? How far back? I don't know, let's say 1991. Would you? Or maybe we can go 1918 if we really want to go to the, nitpicking here. Okay? Why do I go to 1918? Because that's the first time a Ukrainian state existed, as far as I remember. And you can find a different, when Ukraine existed as Ukraine. Don't give me the Kiev something or Kiev this. No, Ukraine. All right, as it is right now. It was formed, put together in 1918. They fucked up a year after, and Trotsky got them back. That kosher guy, like Zelensky, got them back into the new empire, the Soviet Empire, and then they gained independence again in 1991 or so, correct? And again, was allowed to have the things that were put together in 1918 from other countries, and 1940 from other countries, and 1950, 56 or 54, I think it was 54, Crimea I'm talking about. Okay, so these things that were put to form Ukraine, these guys want them back. There's a lot of claims. Poland has claims, Hungary has claims, Romania has claims. A lot of countries was, because these things were taken from those countries and given to the newly formed whatever it was over there. So if you want to go there, but this guy, I don't expect him to know that. I know he doesn't know that. Price. He's not a weasel. He doesn't know this. Okay, let's go to this. You want to safeguard Ukraine's ability to defend itself and, make sure that it's safe. What about Russia? Why don't you care about Russia? So again, I bring you before what you say over. I bring you to, let's say, 2022, 21 in January. How about that? When the Russians were telling you in 2021, in December, they want to make sure that they're safe and they're protected, with you arming and trying to get Ukraine into NATO, you didn't want to hear about it. You didn't care. Why didn't you care about Russia's call for negotiation then about its safety concerns? No, why not? All right. Remember, that's that principle that you can't arm yourself at the expense of another country's safety. That's what the Russians said all along. You said nothing to talk to you. All right, you want to talk about the UN Charter? You mentioned UN, right? Yes, UN Charter's principle of territorial integrity and sovereignty. What the fuck are you doing in Syria? Get the fuck out of Syria, and then we talk. You have armies over there, at least 1,000, officially, 900 something, right? You have military bases in Syria. Syria is a sovereign country, by the way, Price. And someone is taking Syrian oil from the northeast of Syria. Who are those? And your army that I pay for with my taxes, are overseeing the loot being taken out. So you want to talk about that? You are so rotten, but you point fingers at others. Okay? What else you want to talk about? Price? You want a just peace? Oh, we can go to 2014. Okay? Who overthrew a legitimate government in Ukraine in 2014? Do you remember that one, motherfucker? Do you remember that one? No. All right, that was a legitimate, democratically elected. So, yeah, just, but you can't just start where you like it. We go back and back and back, because actions have consequences, boy. And your actions, 2014, remember? Hello? Those have consequences. NATO expansion has consequences. So what are you talking about? If you want to be just, come over here, don't go anywhere, stay here, smack, and let's talk. And regarding the other ones, so yeah, he wants, and then he says that the Russians don't want to talk. The US State Department added that if Russia is ready for the sort of peace negotiation, it should stop bombing Ukraine. Why not Ukraine stop bombing? And how about Ukraine goes back to Kiev? Maybe that's all what they have, the Kiev, that's it. And go over there, give Poland back the northwestern territories, give Transcarpathia to Ukraine, to Hungary, give Bukovina to Romania, give the southern part of where Moldova goes back to Romania, the southern part that was taken and given from Moldova, given to Ukraine, given to Romania. How about that? And after you do that, give the eastern territories to Russia, right? And then you remain with something, okay? And then we can talk. We're fine. But do that first, and then we talk. And remember, Russia says no preconditions. You seem to have preconditions. All right. Okay, but of course, the Kremlin is doing the opposite, killing civilians and all that. Well, critical infrastructure. Who attacked infrastructure? Kerch Bridge. Was it infrastructure? Price. Was that infrastructure? Yes, it was. Civilian? Yes, it was. Who attacked it? Ukrainians. Did the Russian tell them, if you attack that, we're going to fuck you up? Yes, they did. Actions, decisions have consequences. Price. Right? Again, killing civilians. Do you think that only Russians kill civilians? If you think so, conversation is over. You're an idiot. Not only idiot, you talk and negotiate in bad will. It's just bad faith. That's what it is. So we don't ask those guys. And I'm not trying to defend the Russians. The Russians have their own sins and they can defend themselves. They don't need me to do that. But if we are about to talk certain things that I know for sure, what the hell I know about? But people, your fucking readers, don't know those things. Or some know. But what are they going to do? Do what I'm doing? Or what are they going to do? Go in the street? Call you? Anyway. It's continuing to escalate this war rather than to offer any sort of real signal that is ready to open to negotiations. Motherfucker, what are you doing? Why are you involved? You support those guys with weapons, and I don't have to go into what else you support. So we go back to the other article where it says that Andrei Rudenko, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, said that Russia had no preconditions for starting negotiations with Ukraine. What the hell you want? And I'm quoting, there are no preconditions on our part for starting the negotiation, except for the main one. The Ukraine should show goodwill. That means in good faith. That's all. What else do you want? So who's the weasel here? Who is the weasel here? Both are the weasels, but who is the bigger weasel? Let's put it this way. Because I'm not pretending the Russians are clean as a crystal whatsoever. No. But in this one, what I said are facts, are evidence. I mean, I couldn't express here all the evidence, everything I know about the subject. I picked only the main ones that would show hypocrisy. I can stay here 3 hours and I can tell you without reading anything more information about all this and show how hypocritical are these guys and these guys. But dead guys are more than this one by far. That's what bothers me. And then they are the ones who point fingers. That's what another thing. They point fingers and they lie. Well, Russians doesn't want to negotiate. Really, they want a just peace. They talk like they talk, these idiots here in the elections cycle. Change. What the fuck are you talking about change? What change? Change, can you define what change exactly? Hope. What hope? Hope to smack you in the face? What hope? What are you talking about? We have different hopes. I hope for different things than you hope and change. What the fuck is that? But that's how they speak. And everybody, yeah, hope and change. Yeah, I'm voting for you. He's so articulated. But he doesn't know shit. I don't know. He doesn't say shit. This is the level. No, wait. Hope. Sit down. What do you mean by hope? What hope? Hope to do what? Well, I disagree with your hope. I think your hope is stupid. I think your hope is tyrannical. I think your hope is unjust. Oh, you want change? Okay, your change, again, is tyrannical. Your change is this, your change is this. So don't come with these slogans. What exactly you mean by that? The same with this guy. A just peace. What do you mean a just peace? You are in the red right here. You are menstruating. What are you talking about? Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.